We start by showing you how sheathing is currently hung. There are basically three ways. We start with the drop. They start by establishing a crow's foot below the mudsill, which is required in some parts of the country. Notice the position he's in, not too ergonomically friendly. As the sheet good arrives, watch how the two have to work together to start the first piece. How is the man on the left side holding the sheet in place? Right, his knee. This is rough on anyone. Imagine installing this alone. Now watch how the man on the right uses a level to get the first sheet plumb. Do you think he has the level exactly plumb? Not quite. He will be off slightly. By the time they go around the building and end where they started, they won't match up evenly. They must come back and trim the bottom edge off after installation. This is common practice. Another way is to install the nail between the mudsill and foundation. Take the sheet and rest it on the nail. Level it and nail it off. Again, this is a very common practice. This also takes two men. Some builders tilt their walls up, pre-sheathed, leaving the bottom plate even with the foundation or slab. The problem with this method is it leaves the sheathing above the foundation or slab with exposure to water and pests, as you can see here. Introducing the Dodge hanger. There are 4 pieces that all have several uses. We will show you examples of how they apply. Enjoy this. First, the Dodge corner hanger. Bend the top tab over and place it on the mudsill, and notice the 1-inch drop. Now the top leveler. This has several uses. Bend the tab over, place it on the mudsill, and again 1-inch drop. You're re-siding your house and you discover it's not level. Establish a chalk line with a drop if needed, put the leveler in place, and you're ready to go. Dodge rear mount is also a multi-purpose hanger. If you can't access the mudsill, insert the rear tab between the mudsill and foundation for the 1-inch drop. Another use, install the rear hanger on the bottom of sheathing to allow for a 1-inch drop to install your siding products. Measurements are much easier and more accurate to establish. You can start anywhere and be precise. Here again is the Dodge corner hanger being mounted even with the mudsill and foundation. The Dodge bottom hanger has been mounted between the foundation and mudsill for sheathing install. Watch up close the placement of the material on the hanger saddle, as the lip will hold it in place. Now, introducing the Dodge Hanger Advantage, the new revolutionary method. The two men are now working separately, and they are in much more ergonomically friendly position. Dodge Hangers has rescued them. The average time in the industry now takes 2 men 12 to 15 minutes per sheet nailed off, and that's professionals. The average with Dodge Hangers is now less than 4 minutes a sheet, with 1 man, safer and more ergonomically friendly. Watch the man on the right as he sets the plywood on the hanger saddle, but needs to adjust it for a tight seam. It's as easy as tapping his hammer lightly against the side. As you can see, the man on the left is still working independently, dramatically increasing productivity. You can now have 1 man on each side of the building and they all finish at the same point of the structure. Big time savings. More consistently, huge dollars saved. Hose bibs. Obstacles. Just set your material on the saddle. Watch the seam as it comes together. Very tight and uniform. No gaps for the insects to move in later. Notice we are working without tool belts at a slower pace so you can see the dramatic difference from the current methods practiced. Even working together on the same side, they work their own sheet goods. Imagine as a do-it-yourselfer, without any help. The problem is solved. Take a look at the bottom line of the sheet goods. Isn't that pretty? Nice and uniform all the way around. And you did it with 1 man a sheet. You have increased the quality of the job in less time, meaning money saved. Another huge advantage to Dodge hangers. Install the hanger at the end of each rafter tail. This serves as 2 features. First, safety. Imagine a sheet good on the roof starting to slide off. Real danger for the man on the ground. Second, the material locks into place for a safer, no movement nail off. With your 1-inch drop established already in your sheathing, then place the bottom hanger in position for your siding install as seen here. This is hard to handle, wobbly piece of lap siding. This is definitely a two-man job. Not with Dodge hangers, it becomes easy for one man to install. Adjust the caulk joint and nail it off. T111 and other sheet goods. Set it on the saddle and watch as it helps hold the material in place. Great for that homeowner working alone. Saving time with a safer install. Now remember in the earlier part of the video when we saw tilt-up walls installed? Water gets in between the foundation and framing, causing future pest and dry rot problems. We have a solution for this. The Dodge Hanger Rear Mount. Notice we position at the bottom of the sheeting to create a 1-inch drop, which helps prevent water from getting in at the foundation area. Set your siding of choice on the saddle and away you go.